As March draws to a close, the Greek government's ongoing crisis isn't looking much better than it did at the start of the month. With me down the line for an update on Greece is Athanasios Vamvakidis. Thanos, the Wall Street Journal reports that the ECB is running out of German bonds to buy for its QE programme, as yields are below the minus 0.20% deposit rate. Meanwhile, no one seems to know just how broke Greece actually is. So what is your take on the situation at present?
Definitely the developments in Greece are causing concerns. The negotiations with the rest of Europe and the IMF have lasted much longer than many people were expecting, and it's not clear whether they will reach a deal for a new program, which is what is required for the official sector to provide more funding to the Greek government. At present, they are discussing a list of reforms that the Greek government has put on the table. But even this discussion is taking longer than expected. And in the meantime, the Greek sovereign has run out of cash, according to what the government itself has said. And there are risks that payments to the IMF in April might be missed. So it is very important by next week to reach an agreement on this reform list that the Greek government has suggested, and on a timetable of implementation of these reforms that will allow the Europeans to release some funding in the short term to avoid an extreme scenario.
Tsipras says Greece can be a bridge between Russia and the West. However, others say even if Russia wanted to bail out Greece, they couldn't afford it. What do you make of the suggestion Europe is forcing Greece into the arms of Russia? And is this really a viable option for Greece?
This is not an option for Greece for a number of reasons. Russia has its own problems, and is not enough to just provide some short-term funding for Greece. Greece needs at least 30 billion for 2015 and 2016. And without reforms, they will need more in the future. Getting funds from Russia, even if it was an option, could backfire. Some of the Eurozone member countries in the East are concerned about the situation between Russia and Ukraine. This has implications for their own national security. So if Greece approaches Russia, this could actually deteriorate relationship with some of these Eurozone members. And third, the experience of Cyprus with Russia, if it is any guide, shows that this is not really a solution. Russia initially helped Cyprus, but when Cyprus needed more money, Russia was not there. So it would be a bad idea if the Greek government tries to address its short-term funding problems with help from Russia.
The euro remained on track for its biggest quarterly fall, and European shares for their best first quarter of the euro era on Tuesday. Some market players are yet to take profits, believing there is still room to outperform. What do you think, though?
We see further weakness of the euro ahead. Our projection is that the euro-dollar will reach parity by the end of the year. However, looking forward, this trend will be more volatile and more gradual than what we have seen so far for a number of reasons. Eurozone data has been improving, suggesting that the ECB is not going to increase quantitative easing further. Second, the Fed has recently pushed again against further dollar strength, with various statements by Fed officials pointing out that the level of the dollar is an input to their analysis to determine monetary policy. And third, the reason that euro-dollar has weakened by so much and so fast in the last year or so is that it started from an overvalued level, and if anything is somewhat undervalued now. So we continue expecting further weakness as ECB and Fed monetary policies are diverging, but for these reasons, it is going to be a more gradual and more volatile move. What happens after this year really depends on whether the ECB will need to introduce Q2 after September of next year, And at this point, it is too early to tell.
Thanos, great to speak with you and thank you for your insights today. Well, viewers, keep yourself informed on the euro and all your favourite currency pairs by clicking back for our early updates. For me, and for now though, it's goodbye.